The ACC tournament tipped off today in Charlotte. UNC plays tomorrow, then Duke plays Thursday. NC State didn't make the cut. The conference tournament offers a chance for teams to make it to the national tournament. And as it stands, the ACC will have a pretty weak showing this year. Why is that? I'm no authority on this matter. That's Murph's turf. So I took a trip down the hall. Hey, Murph.
Hey, Ashley, how are you?
Good. I've got some questions for you about this ACC. It seems like fans are all resoundingly saying that the ACC is having a down year. And I need you to help me understand what's behind that and what these ACC teams need to do to get better.
Yeah, not just fans. I mean, the NCAA selection committee is about to pick the field of 68. Probably only 3 ACC teams are going to be in that: Duke, Clemson, and Louisville. North Carolina, Wake Forest, definitely on the bubble. I mean, first you got to look at the coaches. This league has lost Coach K and Roy Williams and Jim Boeheim and Tony Bennett and now Jim Larrañaga and Leonard Hamilton. You're talking about 6 or 7 coaches who may end up in the Hall of Fame. Kevin Keatts, who took a team to the Final Four, is out of work too. The
head coach of the NCAA 2-time defending champions, UConn, has said that 50% of his roster is actively in conversation with other teams. If he's struggling to keep players, how is the ACC supposed to keep players or recruit players enough to have some success?
This has become a year-to-year business. It doesn't really matter what you did last year. You're going to have to recruit your entire roster over again, and then you're going to have to recruit other players to come through the transfer portal to supplement them. This is what college basketball has become, and one reason I think that coaches or athletic directors are willing to make changes with their coaches because they know they can turn it around in just one season.
Let's talk about Kevin Keatts real quick. No longer NC State's head coach for the men's basketball team. This has got to be more than just wins and losses. What's going on behind the scenes?
Yeah, he was in Raleigh for 8 years, and they made 3 NCAA tournaments, but the last one was somewhat of a fluke, right? They won 5 games in 5 days to win the ACC tournament last year, then made it all the way to the Final Four. Had that not happened, had they not won the ACC tournament, Kevin Keatts was likely to be out of a job last year. You look at the attendance. I went to the Pittsburgh game, their last home game. The place was empty. There were sections where I could count the number of fans just in my head, not even using my hands. And so I think eventually it became, how much longer do you stick with a coach that the fans have sort of turned apathetic on? Boo Corrigan, the athletic director, decided to make this move right now.
So money, you're talking about money. And money seems to be the big driver in a lot of decisions now, especially in this new era of college sports.
Yeah, the Keatts decision was a huge financial decision. You're looking at maybe a $15 to $20 million decision when you factor in the buyout and the assistant coaches and bringing in a new coach and then giving that coach the resources needed to compete. But this move has sparked a lot of giving. The One Pack, which is NC State's collective, has seen a 10% increase in membership just since Keatts was fired. They've seen about 25% of their current membership give additional money.
Wow.
So this has fired up the fan base in some ways. It's the same thing UNC is hoping for with the Bill Belichick hire. You've got to do things to motivate your fan base to give money, because NIL money and revenue sharing money is the lifeblood of bringing in those types of players that you need to go to the Final Four or to make the NCAA tournament.
Okay, making the NCAA tournament, that's something that UNC is trying to do. It's on the bubble. What do we need to see from UNC in order to see them in the tournament?
Well, there's no doubt they're playing like a tournament team right now. Unfortunately, their resume doesn't look like the resume of an NCAA tournament team, and so they likely need to beat Duke. Duke's the #1 team in the country, anchored by probably the best player in the country. Carolina may have to find a way to beat the Blue Devils in order to get to the NCAA.
Such a different world. Murph, I appreciate you. Thank you.
Good stuff. Good stuff.